new note on the last parade, Ford Madox Ford. I love this name, and I admire very much the writer, the author, and this is also second, I think, and last note on No More Parades. So this is the second volume, if you will, in the last parade. The first one was Some Do Not, and I came to the end of No More Parades. Ford Madox Ford, an author that is impressive, overwhelming at times for this reader. I couldn't enjoy The Good Soldier, even if I tried it a second time, but who knows, maybe in the future. It's complex, even No More Parades, to come finally to the subject of this note. It's difficult to understand a man like Tietjens, Christian Tietjens, even after reading, let me think, about 17 hours of material on him. It's not just on him, but he's the protagonist. A very complicated man. His wife, Sylvia, is also a strange character that escapes me. Tietjens is devoted to her, so much so that he is, for me, in many, most of the aspects revealed in the book, is the ultimate gentleman, a Superman. I already said that in previous notes. I'm thinking of one newer example. At one point, Sylvia Tietjens talks about her husband that she betrays, but then again loves. Really? If love is defined as the ultimate feeling without borders, on to death, and there's no one else, then she doesn't love him. But again, it also seems at times that she does these infidelities and provocations just to get him back and just to warm him a little, because he does feel like a cold statue at times. So she's talking about him with General Campion, if I'm not mistaken. And at one point, she says he's a socialist. Really? This general has Tietjens, Christian Tietjens, not his brother, Mark, in his will. So he's very fond of and appreciates immensely Tietjens, who has the mind of a genius. He's a statistician that can do anything. He's one of the best of the world. Learning this, he's very upset. He wants to take him off his will. Not that this would matter for Christian Tietjens. In fact, in a later discussion, when he hears about this, he even says, well, that would be a reason for me to say that I am a socialist, because he doesn't want the money. In fact, he has a very strange attitude towards that. He even refuses the inheritance from his father, because his father did something terrible, in the exception of Christian Tietjens. First of all, he took the word of a sort of an unknown entity, a man who accused Tietjens of being, he doesn't know what they call it. He says it in French, macro. What do you call that? He this man told my father I was a macro. I think it means gay. And after that, he died very soon after that. So that upset Tietjens. But when he hears about the false label that his wife has placed on him in front of General Cabinet, he is generous, he's a gentleman, as I said, he is serene about this all, he's not upset, but he's understanding. Well, I guess with my philosophy, my understanding, and the way I think, my wife can even think that. So instead of disapproving, at least, if not being angry, I would be angry if somebody would call me a socialist when he is far from being a socialist. He is sort of a Tory with an old conception. No way. And that's how I see it. I hate socialism. And if somebody would say I'm a socialist, I would be upset, angry, because that's a philosophy, if we can call it that. A system I despise, I hate. Anyway, wonderful book.